What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Lindsay coming at you live. I am going to make sure, I am. Definitely silenced my phone because I have a lot of you guys reaching out to me today. So super awesome. It is Sunday. It is a busy day for lots of you guys. And I wanted to provide some education for you today as you guys are setting your goals for the week. Just responding to lots of inbox messages today, following up with people, planning my next fitness programs online. Getting people hooked up with ketones and trials and stuff like that. And a lot of the questions have come up, which is exciting. So you're going to want to share this video. I'm going to give you guys some instructions as we go. And after this video is over, I challenge everybody to just share it because you just never know who you can inspire with this message. You never know who's got these questions that we can answer. And although I am not one of the doctors and scientists that have formulated this product, I have been drinking ketones for 2 years now. Almost 2 years, coming up on 2 years here in October, and it has completely transformed really the way that I live. And I'll dive a little bit more into that when I start answering some questions. But as you guys are hopping on, in the comments, I would love for you guys to tell me a 1, put a 1 in the comments, and tell me your favorite ketone drink. If you've already drinking these ketones, I've got tons of them behind me. I'm going to talk about those in just a second, but tell me which one is your favorite so far, and tell me how long you've been drinking ketones. So drop a 1 in the comments for that. Drop a 2 if you've heard of ketones before, but you're just curious to learn a little bit more. And drop a 3 if you're like one of those people, be honest, you're completely clueless. Like, I've seen this girl talk about this every once in a while, but I still haven't even dove into wanting to know what she's talking about. Okay, she's a little weird. Okay, and one of the things I always try to do every single time I go live is to provide you guys with education, to inspire you, and really to entertain you. No, I'm not going to entertain you a ton. This is huge on education. So if you're a science nerd, if you're somebody who's just like, what is that thing that she's drinking? Why does she have so much energy all the time? And what is she talking about? I'm going to answer that in this video. So I'm going to do a live Q and A as you guys are coming on. You can ask me questions. Again, give me a 1 in the comments. If you're drinking ketones, tell me your favorite flavor, how long you've been drinking them. Number 2, I want you to tell me if you are a 2 that you're curious. You're just a little curious. You've heard about this before and you're just not really sure. And a 3 if you're completely clueless. And that is a great way to participate. It also will get more people this video as they start watching the replays. So it's awesome. Stacy loves hibiscus lemonade, Ruby Rush. That's my favorite too. I'll talk a little bit about the Ruby Rush as well, as we are currently out of stock. Chris loves the strawberry peach. That is a favorite that came out last summer along with the blueberry acai. There's like tons of flavors. I'll talk a lot about that. Sorry if the video's tip-tapped. I have like a weird ring light going on. Diana loves lime thyme. She's been drinking them nearly 2 years. You guys, great participation. I love it. I love it. I love it. And after this video, I'll timestamp each of these questions as well. I have my top 10 questions over the past month that people have asked me, so I'm going to dive into those. If you guys have a live question, drop it in the comments. Anything about ketones as I start talking, just ask me the question, okay? And we'll go with that. Key lime is a great one. That is a pro. Awesome. What's up, Christian? What's going on, sweetheart? I know you're drinking ketones too. So here we're going to dive into it. The first question is, well, what are ketones, right? Ketones, okay? It's a preferred energy source. What happens when your body produces ketones is your liver goes out and it says, oh my gosh, I don't have any carbs and sugars. It's depleted of glucose and glycogen. So your body goes out and it produces something called ketones. When your body produces ketones, it uses them for energy, for fuel. And your body actually, as you start getting older, it prefers to use the fuel of ketones as a fuel source. Your brain prefers it and your body prefers it. It really has so many different benefits because ketones help you go into a state of ketosis. What ketosis is using fat for fuel. So many of us are using sugars for fuel, right? We're constantly going into that state where we need sugars. We reach for it, we grab it, and then we hit that sugar crash. Put yes in the comments if you've ever felt a sugar crash, right? That is so important. So that's what ketones are. And not everybody can produce ketones. And I'm going to talk about a drink that can help you go into that state of ketosis and use fat for fuel here in just a second. But that is what ketones are. And you can either produce ketones by going into an extended fast, you could do a keto diet, or you could do what I do and drink these ketones every single day, which are bioidentical matches to what your body produces. Okay? So that's an awesome question. The second question people ask me is, why do you talk about this as a fuel source, right? You think of fuel as something you eat, right? Food, right? Apples, oranges, right? Oatmeal. oatmeal, pancakes. You think of protein shakes. I think of a lot of those things as fuel, but I also have started to think about our body as an engine, like a car, right? Our bodies have engines too, and we have to fuel our body with energy sources, right? Because we want to run long, hard, strong, as long as we can live, right? Because we deserve that. And when I think of using ketones as fuel, I almost think when I'm drinking ketones or I'm going into an extended fast state, which many of us naturally produce ketones, I start thinking about, I can go a lot farther. And I can also go and still have some carbohydrates every once in a while, where I'm dipping into a preferred fuel source of ketones. And I also can use carbs. So I use a dual fuel source. And when I think of engine, like powering my engine in my body, I want to use as much fuel as possible. And I want to use the preferred one. And most of the time, if you guys are watching it, I don't think you'll argue with me that the body uses macronutrients. I'm not going to dive a lot into science, but many of you guys are kind of balancing a carb, a protein, and a fat intake, right? Say yes in the comments. Yes. Good participation, right? Good question, Tracy. I'm going to answer that. That's perfect. How many ketones can you drink in a day? That's a good question. So back to the macronutrients. So what's going to happen when you are doing a keto diet? Many of you guys are going to use a super high macronutrient profile of fat. Okay, a very small, low portion of carbohydrates and maybe a medium round of proteins. Okay, that's going to get your body into that state, like I talked about in the first question, where you're going to elevate your ketone levels. You're going to go out and pull fat for fuel. Most people, however, have a very difficult time doing a keto diet or doing an extended fast. Why? Because we love beer, we love wine. Oh, we love a pizza slice every once in a while, right? And there's so many different factors that can throw a body out of the state of ketosis, right? Where the keto diet is so good, you lose a whole bunch of weight or you feel a whole bunch of energy, right? And all of a sudden you get kicked out of it. And nobody wants to be kicked out of that state, because that's where we find those yo-yo dieters, right? We keto diet and then we go back to carbs and we keto diet, and our body's just constantly being bombarded. It's like just constantly stepping into a car crash. And we want a fuel source that's going to last for a long time. So what our company produced a few years ago is a drink that will actually go and it puts you into a state of ketosis where you experience better energy, mood, sleep, skin, appetite, better muscle preservation, and better fat loss. You can do this within 59 minutes or less. You start experiencing the benefits in this packet, okay? This is a box. This is a new box. I know some of y'all are jelly right now. Speaking of jelly, it's called sweet jam. It tastes like a strawberry jelly. But in one of these drinks, you mix it with about 24 ounces of water and you shake it up. And you're going to experience those benefits. These ketones are naturally fermented. They're pure therapeutic ketones. And they're the only one on the planet that'll actually go out there and help you pull fat for fuel. They're the only one that within 59 minutes or less are an identical match to what your body would produce naturally if you were doing that keto diet. So it makes life easier, right? It's a drink, it's not a diet. That's why so many of you guys have tried these and love these, because you can still go about your lifestyle. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what you eat on another question, okay? To answer Tracy's question, how many can you drink in a day? You could drink as many as you want. The neat thing is these are water soluble, so you can't really overdose on ketones. You could overdose on caffeine. I don't know what that would do to you. I know it's not going to kill you. However, what's going to happen with the ketones is whatever your body doesn't want to use for fuel and it's saying, I've got enough of it in me, you're going to just go to the bathroom. You'll just pee it out, okay? So your body's going to use what it can. And when you're drinking this, another popular question is what happens, if I get kicked out of ketosis with this? Well, you're going to go into it within 59 minutes or less. Our company is called Prove It. So we actually can prove it on a blood test. You could go take a blood test. You could see your ketone levels elevated, even if carbs are present into your system. What's going to happen if you have carbs present? Well, your body's going to choose what it wants to use, either carbs or the ketones. And it's going to use that fuel source that's going to give you that energy. Sometimes it's going to pull from each of them, depending on what type of workout you're doing and depending on what kind of day you have going into it. And then it's just going to change from there. So that's a great question, Tracy. Awesome question. If you guys have any questions, you guys are hopping on, dive in. I'm going to answer a few that have been in my inbox about this awesome product for the past month. These are just questions that people ask me on the daily, and I just thought I'd go live and share them with y'all today. Okay. The other thing I'll tell you guys is number 3, people always say, why ketones when you can just keto diet? I've kind of hit on this before because I've got a lot of people that just say, say, well, it's much cheaper just to do a keto diet. And I'm like, okay, so the cost effectiveness seems a little bit better just to diet. Well, let's ask ourselves these questions. Is a keto diet something you can do until you are old and gray? Is a keto diet something you can maintain with your lifestyle? If you're somebody who has a very hard time counting your macronutrients and deciding, is this the right meal? Will this throw me out? I don't know. If you're somebody who's highly stressed, keto dieting is hard, right? Because you're going to be constantly just like obsessive compulsive about what you're eating on a nutrient profile that you lose sight on lots of the other cool things going on in your life. The other thing about a keto diet, which is tough for people, is anything can throw you out. Too much sleep, too much water, too little sleep, too little water, like so many different factors. And I think this is just like a great insurance plan, even if you are on a keto diet, to have this, because it can kick you back into that state faster, right? It can get you back on track to your keto dieting. So that's why we have a lot of people that are already keto dieting. They'll add this in as just kind of like their little insurance policy for their keto diet. Those that love to eat carbohydrates, when you're drinking this, you start noticing you don't need as many carbs. You kind of like stop. It's hard to explain if you're not doing it. Say yes if you've experienced this, but you stop like craving sugars. I know I started drinking these around Halloween and I didn't eat any candy. I was like, I don't even want that candy anymore. So it's going to kind of catapult you onto more of a lower carb lifestyle. And when you have a lower carb lifestyle and you're drinking ketones, your body's actually going to go naturally start producing more ketones because it's seeing the elevation of those ketone levels increase with this drink. Do you guys get what I'm saying? It's a good way to help your body constantly always be feeling that better energy, that better focus, that better appetite control, that better mood. Those are really the top four components that are kind of honing into that fat loss that some of you guys are going to. This is a drink. It's not a weight loss product. I'll say that again. This is a drink. It's not a weight loss product. It's a fat loss product. So you guys are going to start seeing that muscle preservation and that fat loss with it too. Okay, good questions. All right. The fourth question people ask me, to kind of go a little different route, is what flavors are best, right? Well, that's a good question because we've got hundreds of them and sometimes you get lost on the website. If you're watching this video and you're somebody that follows me, I can always mix you up like a 5 or 10 day trial pack. Just put 5 or 10 in the comments and I'll mix a whole bunch of our mainstay flavors. I'll probably put one of our seasonal ones in there. So when it comes back, you can purchase that. But our company actually packaged something called, let me grab it really quick. Don't mind my sweatpants. They grabbed something called the 10-Day Drink Ketone Challenge Pack. And the cool thing about this pack is there's 5 different flavors, okay? Mainstay flavors. 5 mainstay flavors. And there's going to be 20 sachets in here. So we're going to ask you guys, when you first start drinking this, to drink 2 a day for about 10 days. And the neat thing is when you're drinking 2 a day for 10 days, you're really going to start feeling out where ketones fit best into your life. Because like I answered earlier, this is a drink. It's not a food. It's not a fuel source. It's not a fuel source for in the food category, right? It's a fuel source for your energy, right? You're going to have so many different benefits that come from that. And you're going to feel those out in the first 10 days. So when you ask me what flavor is best and what flavor I should get for newbies, I would grab this from the person who shared this video with you, or ask them if they could put together a trial from one of the variety of ketones that they have. And then you could just get a little taste of everything, because I know people don't like spending a lot of money on things that they're kind of unsure if they like or not, right? If you guys agree, like say yeah, hell yeah, it's right? So this is always the best way. And I can tell you about 99.9% of my customers who went and started the 10-day, they actually go find their favorite flavor within their first couple weeks. And then they just set it up on a smart chip where they can save money. Then they start sharing with their friends and they get it for free. So that's the best way to start. That's the best flavor. The best flavor is the multi-pack, because you get to try different ones and you get to try the caffeinated and the non-caffeinated. The fifth question is, what do I eat? And if you guys are jumping on, you want to ask me a question live, do it. I challenge you to. But number 5, what do I eat? Well, that's a good question, because remember, like I said, I repeat it again, this is a drink. This is not a diet. So a typical eating plan for you if you're somebody who has to have an eating plan. The cool thing is on this 10-day drink ketone pack, do you guys see? It has a little plan on it. It's a transformation guide. If you like the word transformation, put transformation in the comments. And it says, upon waking, drink 1 packet of this with your water, okay? If you're somebody who's into fitness, I'm going to answer that a little bit later. You're going to drink this before your workout. Then at lunch, you're going to aim for a lower carb meal. What's lower carb? Well, I wouldn't eat a whole pizza. I would eat some lean meats and vegetables, okay? Add a little fat to your diet, okay? Shoot for something lower carb. Instead of 3 slices of bread or 2 slices of bread, maybe have an open-faced sandwich, okay? Don't overthink it, but you're going to eat when you're hungry. You're going to eat when you're hungry. And then that second drink in the afternoon is kind of like the snack time where some of you guys are like grounding through the cupboards, or you're eating mindlessly off your kids' plates after school because you're just highly stressed, and then you get them snacks, and then you start eating snacks, and then you're like, oh my God, I need some more snacks, and then it turns into a trip to the ice cream store. I don't know. Is that just my experience? I don't know. I've been there. I've done that. This is going to be your afternoon snack. So instead of eating a Snicker bar, you're going to drink your ketones. Does this make sense? If it makes sense, it makes dollars. Just kidding. That's true too. Don't overthink it. It is the best advice, right? You're going to feel it out, y'all. Anything that is awesome, anything worth working for, it takes time to figure out, right? 100% agree, right? 100 in the comments. 100 agree. 100% agree. It does take time. Nothing is easy. This is not a quick fix. This is not a nosedive. Then you're going to eat a healthy dinner, okay? So you're going to decide what the best healthy dinner. What do you need? You're going to decide, oh, Matt's having a ketone. Look at him chiming in on my thing. I can't yell at him on a live video. Okay, so you're going to have a healthy supper. What's healthy supper for you? I don't know. Let's use common sense. Let's stop eating fast food. Let's stop eating mindlessly out of the chip bag while you're watching Netflix. Maybe you go and you get active in the afternoon. So that's going to really inspire your eating. I know as a fitness trainer, people sometimes need to go and move their body in order to make that mental note to start eating healthier. This is going to be another little nudge, another little like tool in your tool belt to get you guys on the right lifestyle. If you're with me, say yes. If you're with me, say yes. Thank you guys. Good participation. Lee, I'm going to message you, Lee, too. I've got something for you. Harvest Sunrise, she loves it. God, I wish I had that flavor. Dang. I'm going to message you in just a second, Lee, because I got something for you. All right. Number 6. What can I use as a pre-workout? Okay, so we have a couple different varieties of ketones. I'm going to dive a little bit in the menu in just a second. But what has been my jam, and I apologize, I am like showing off this box because we are currently out of this brand, this Unleashed. But this is like an kind of like 30% more ketones. This is kind of like our accelerated formula of ketones. I drink this and the NAD is just fine. This has more caffeine. This has more vitamins and just kind of more go-go juice. There's something in here called fulvic minerals. If you don't know what those are, go Google search it. It's absolutely fabulous, but it's also going to help that uptake of your oxygen. It's going to help you go longer. It's going to help you go stronger. And I drink this about 30 to 45 minutes before I exercise. I don't chug ketones. This is for everybody, whether you're exercising or not. This is my water bottle. This actually has 32 ounces of water. This would be filled to about 24 ounces if I was drinking it with ketones. Mix it up, drink it slowly on the way to the gym, and you're going to have like the best workout of your life. And if you want to argue with me about it, good luck, because it is the best workout. And that's what you need for pre-workout. You don't need all the pills and the pumps and the potions, all the things I used to take, guilty as charged. They're all down the toilet. They are all in the garbage can. I said goodbye to those 2 years ago. And I have dropped 4% body fat in the first 90 days drinking this product because of my muscle preservation, because I've had more time to recover my muscles. I've had a better agent, a better fuel source recovering, okay? And if you don't work out, you can still drink your ketones in the morning. If you don't have Unleashed, which will be back soon, you can go and have a nat in the morning before you exercise. But you don't need to eat. You don't need to go and eat all these foods before you go work out. Y'all, you've been lied to for years. Your body's going to be pulling fat for fuel. You'll actually get a better burn with ketones as your fuel source than you would if you are eating oatmeal. Or I used to eat like a freaking apple at like 4 a.m. on the way to the gym because I was told I had to eat before I exercise. I don't know what they were thinking. Now I exercise, teach 3-4 classes in the morning. And I don't eat until like, it's almost 1 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet. I won't eat till 2 or 3, okay? I fast, and we'll talk about fasting later. The Keto OS, caffeine. I think you're talking about, Lee asked about the Keto Pro. So this is our protein shake. This has MCT in it, which is a great kind of massage for your brain. It's a healthy fat. It also has proteins, and it has protein and ketones, okay? So like I said in the morning, a lot of people, they'll utilize this product, which is caffeine free, after they do this. So I always start my day with the nat, okay? And then maybe after your workout, it's a great workout agent to recover with. There's tons of different flavors. There's like an ice cream flavor. There's non-dairy flavors. You can mix this with some ice, some almond milk, blend it as a shake. And this has more ketones in it. So it's going to keep you fuller longer. It's also going to keep you kind of revved with ketones, and it's not gonna like make you like go crazy with more caffeine, okay? It's caffeine free. It's also a great snack before you go to bed. I hate wiggling this in your face because we don't have this anymore. It's the blueberry muffin. It tastes like a blueberry muffin minus all the fat and calories and all that sort of stuff too. So good question, Lee. Yep, that does not have no caffeine in there. The next thing I'm gonna answer, yeah, so grab this or this before a workout. And if you guys want to eat after your workout, go ahead. You guys decide when you're going to eat. You're going to eat when you're hungry. And I truly believe the more I drink this, the more I actually get more nutrients out of my food, because I'm eating less, but I'm feeling better and I'm getting more nutrients, and I'm not dropping like an extensive amount of weight. I'm just holding on to my muscles because I'm almost 40, y'all. I'm almost 40. Can you even see? I love this shirt. It's from Prove It, and it says Pursuing Better right here on the arm. Maybe I should get a tattoo there. What do you think? I don't know. Okay, what's the next question? Orange. Oh, the orange one. Okay, so the keto, yeah, that is caffeinated. I know what you're talking about. This one. So this was our original formula years ago. They didn't have any other formulas, okay? This was the first one. So it's like the throwback one. You're going to scoop this in, use it like you would the Nat, Leanne. Lee, you're going to use this like you would the Nat, and it does have caffeine, okay? So it's going to be like an orange creamsicle, similar to this, but it has caffeine too, right? So this is caffeinated. I don't know if it says that on there. This was the actual original, okay? But it's got your proprietary brand. It does say caffeine on there too, and it is dairy, okay? 1 scoop of that is a serving of that, okay? And none of you guys are going to know what that is unless you got it for free, as being a mystery gift for being on SmartShip for 3 months. They handed out free a few months ago. We no longer have that available. It was the original, the OG. Okay, so number 7. There is a lot on the menu. What other things can I use daily? Woo! Well, without getting overwhelmed, on the website, on the Shop Keto website, in my link tree in the bio, I challenge you just to go in there and browse through things. You can also see in there like a product information thing, which is so cool because it's going to open it up. And there's also scientific doctor videos on our proveit.tv. Somebody write that in the comments, proveit.tv. That's going to be a great site for you to search questions about some of the products as well. I can always send you a fact sheet, but this is kind of the stack that I do daily. And as I start talking about these things, write them in the comments so people can go back and see them. Okay, I would recommend this morning before I even drink my ketones, some days, like Sundays when I want to be kind of lazy and lay around for a little bit before I exercise, I will drink this keto cream. So this is like your bulletproof coffee. There's 4 strains of collagen and 4 strains of MCT in keto cream. This is super awesome because it's super cost effective. You don't need the whole packet unless you love like white coffee. Like my husband needs his coffee like completely white. I like tasting a little bit of the coffee bean. I don't know. But what I will do with the keto cream is I'll put this in my coffee. I will use one of those little frothers and kind of stir it up. This has 4 strains of collagen and 4 strains of MCT, you guys. It is so good for your skin. You could add it to tea. You could add it into a protein shake if you want. But 1 packet of this a day, y'all will start seeing your skin start changing. You'll start seeing those healthy fats just being added this way. If you're looking for a way to add healthy fat, do this. There's 12 grams of fat in this, 130 calories. Because the cool thing about this is it's also not going to break your fast in the morning. It's just going to elevate your ketone levels, okay? So that's one of the things, especially if you're a coffee drinker and you're putting in all those sugar-free creams or even the shitty, like, full-fat, sugary creams, I would grab the keto cream in there, okay? The other thing I would add for sure, somebody asked me this today because they got the 10-day drink ketone pack. Obviously, this is the starter thing that I would grab, and I would definitely, hands down, add the Mitoplex. Mitoplex is our upgraded electrolyte. It's going to hydrate your cells at a cellular level. So what does that mean, right? 70% of Americans are severely dehydrated, which means you're not drinking enough water. The thing is, when you're drinking water and you're drinking ketones, this does not count when it's mixed together as a water source. I hate to break it to you, but your body's going to flush out fat. It's going to flush out toxins. It's going to flush out some of those trace minerals. So it's super important that you stay hydrated or you're going to go hit a plateau. If you've hit a plateau with your fat loss, throughout the years, chances are you're dehydrated. So there's your tip of the week. If you learn anything from me from this video, you need to drink more water. In order to drink more water, you need to pick up a bottle and figure out how many glasses you need outside of your ketones. I would add 1 to 3 of these a day, depending on how active you are, and it's going to hydrate those cells at a cellular level. We have a multi-pack with delicious flavors. After I work out or during my workout, I actually drink the Mitoplex, okay? So this is kind of my intro workout after I've had my ketones. I'll drink this. Later in the day, I'll drink it. If I need some flavor in my water later in the day, I'll add it to it, okay? It's kind of like a Crystal Light packet. Super, super simple. You could throw these in your purse. When I traveled with them, I had probably more than 3 a day because I knew I needed to stay hydrated. And it's also gonna help with your energy metabolism and your muscle performance and your muscle recovery. So if you're somebody who's into fitness and health, like that pre-workout question, hands down, y'all need some Mitoplex, okay? This is one of the best products we have. It's the most underutilized, but if you're somebody who's like, oh my God, I need to like break through a plateau, start drinking ketones, start drinking the Mitoplex, and start seeing how your body changes physically, okay? Might not change on the scale, but let me tell you, you're going to start shrinking, okay? You're going to start shrinking. Thanks, Catherine. ProveIt.tv. That is the site where you guys will see a whole bunch of that. Could get a rhino tattoo. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's that orange one. Perfect. Good questions. Any other questions you guys have on that? Lots on the menu, but those are the things I would add. And then, like I said, if you're somebody who's looking for like a healthy meal replacement, this is fab. Y'all, this is fab. My favorite Keto OS Pro, tell me in the comments what yours is if you're watching this, is this one. It's always been, it always will be. It's the banana cream, and it's always on the menu, and it's dairy-free too. It tastes like banana runs. So, so good. Every once in a while, for a little treat, I'll add a scoop of peanut butter into it, and it's like a peanut butter banana. It's my favorite thing. It takes me back to when I was pregnant with my daughter. I had a protein shake every day. I had my Visalis shake with a banana and peanut butter, and this tastes just like that. It's absolutely delicious. Plus, I'm getting my ketones, getting my sweet treat into the day. Super, super awesome. Another question you guys asked, so that's the menu stuff. Number 8, does it help with intermittent fasting? If you do intermittent fasting, will you put an IF in the comments? What that is you are deciding a window in your day to eat your food, to consume your calories. Your body fasts the remainder of the day. So many of you guys that as you start getting older, you start realizing you can't eat every day. I know like early in my 30s, after I started having my kids, I started saying, okay, eating food throughout the day is actually making me more tired. I actually operate better when I eat later in the day, and I get tons of shit done in the earlier part of the day. So now I incorporate intermittent fasting, which was new to me 2 years ago. I was like, there's no way I can go more than 2 hours without eating something. Y'all, I was one of those girls that got up in the morning and it was like clockwork, right? Every 2 hours, eat, Lindsay. 2 hours, eat, Lindsay. Like, I'm surprised I even got through a 3-hour gym session without like eating a banana. Actually, I think I took a banana or a protein bar because I was told I was supposed to eat every 3 or 4 hours. Do what serves you. Fuel your body as it serves you. Don't let your story, Lee, be compared to Tracy's story, be compared to Stacy's story, be compared to Christian's story, right? All of you guys have different needs, you have different pulls, and you have different lifestyles. I'm also one of those people that doesn't want to think about food all day. I've got a long past of like horrible eating habits and lots of issues. And I don't want to have to think about food for the first part of my day because I have things to do. I have jobs I have to do. I have kids that are calling me, right? I want to get work done. And I operate better with ketones to elevate my mood and my energy and my focus. I mean, geez Louise, if you're ADD at any point, I highly suggest that you drink ketones because they're going to help with your focus. Okay. So I started noticing with the ketones that they won't break your fast, right? And they will help you extend that window that you guys can do your eating at. So if you're somebody who feels super hungry in the morning, I would drink ketones if you're trying to fast and see if it pushes you over that window that you need to be in for that healthy eating life, okay? And it doesn't mean you starve until 2 or 3 p.m. and then binge eat whatever because you restricted calories for 16 hours. You're just eating like every couple hours in your window and eating healthy, choosing the right things. And then you give your digestive system a break. Every so often, if you want to extend your fast, you can do a 24-hour fast. We do it every Monday. If you want info on the 24-hour fast, put 24 in the comments. It's a great fast. I don't have a picture of the little bag, but it's like $25. We reset our metabolisms every week. We really get our food back on track every Monday. It's a great way for you to kind of tiptoe into intermittent fasting with the support of our products. You'll get a ton of our different products to try too. And it's kind of like a ketone supported fast. And it's going to help you find that awesome feeling of being in ketosis and being in that driver's seat to control the rest of your day. We also do an extended fast every month. It's a 60-hour fast. It's a lot longer. It seems so overwhelming to people. If you've ever done the reboot, put reboot in the comments. Awesome, you guys. Going 60 hours takes you really into a prayer state. It takes you into a state of gratitude. You start learning those triggers that are pulling you to the refrigerator. You start like slashing down those limited beliefs that you have about, I need to eat every few hours. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Your body decides a way to survive. And really it takes you back to that native state where people went for years, or not years, they went for weeks without food. They didn't know when their next meal was, but they still operated at a very high level. Those are the days when I have the sharpest energy, right? I have the most fierce focus and I get the most things done. And I really have a greater appreciation for the human body. I love the 60-hour reboot. It's great. Lee's done it before. So awesome, you guys. Great question on the intermittent fasting. Definitely is the best aid for it. I don't know how y'all do intermittent fasting without ketones. I'll say that. Number 9, can I get a sample? Of course you can. I do not give free samples. Free things bring zero value. There's no value in free. I do 5-day ketone trials. I'm sure the person who shared this video with you has a 5-day pack too. Just put 5 or 10 in the comments and we'll hook you up with the trial pack for a small cost. If you want to save more money, I would just get started on that 10-day drink ketone challenge pack. Like I said, get up to 3 of those, do it for 30 days for a month, add that Mitoplex in there, and then just kind of play with the other products. All of you guys are going to be able to get a refer link as soon as you get started so you can get your stuff for free because people want to share this and it only takes 2 friends for you to generate these things called Prove It Bucks where you can start purchasing tons of different things like I did. Most of this is free, right? Because I've shared it with other people and you don't have to be a promoter or anything to do that. And then the last question, number 10. Drop any more you have. Last call. The last question is, how can I sell this? How can I make money doing it? Because you might have saw how excited I get about it. Y'all, this is like 2 years of education and constantly people pushing me to be better and learning more and hearing from doctors. We have these things called Keto Academy. We just had an event that we came off of called More, where we learn how to get more out of life, more confidence, more energy, more excitement, more belief in the brand, more belief in our company, more belief in this industry. We're constantly growing. We're constantly becoming better, but the mission of our company is to inspire people to become better versions of themselves. And no matter whether you decide to do this as a customer, just drinking ketones every day, purchasing on our website, right? If you're somebody who wants to just share this video just to help bring people my way, I still love you. I still care about you. Just liking this video, dropping hearts on this video, generating comments on this video. It's going to get more people the information that they need to hear. And then somebody just decides they want to go and share it, right? They want to be like me. They don't have to talk on Facebook all the time. They could just share their experience about drinking ketones. And those people actually generate money every week, every month, and every year. And that money can go towards contributing back to your community, it can go towards paying extra bills, maybe getting your spouse out of a crappy job, right? It can go into just funding your kids' sports. I know so many of my friends are like, sports are so expensive. I'm like, start a side gig and pay for the sports. Like, y'all, there's so many different solutions. And we're a company that's finally always going out there and we're solving people's problems. We're deciding right now we matter and our life matters and our health matters more than anything in the world. If you didn't learn that last year, I don't know when you're going to learn it. But we have something that's a fuel source. It's inspiring people, and it's going to change so many lives over the course of the next few years and months. And gosh, it's just the greatest thing to talk about. And I'm just so proud some of you guys listen for that long. I'm going to do a timestamp on each of these questions when I update the video and upload it. Please share it with your friends. If there's a question that they've asked you that's time-stamped, just go tell them where it is and they can quickly direct themselves so they don't have to watch the long video. But that is all for me today, you guys. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I enjoy you. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to hear from you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.